Welcome to the 49th episode of ML Backstage. My name is Mars Luna.
And I'm Ethan.
And we're introducing this podcast straight from the sixth dimension. This is a music commentary podcast with, oh, you got to be kidding me. Joshua Luna is by himself again? We're going to talk about my latest single, With You. It's a song about friendship, and he decided to do a solo episode by himself. Holokaiki Tovez and Kanalu Kamai are unable to make it this month. I know I am unserious, but this is unserious as it gets.
He's probably coordinating schedules like usual. I'd rather be where they are.
Well, let's see what Joshua has to say today. Earthlings, grab your popcorn and let's get started. Back to planet Earth we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 49 of the ML Backstage podcast. My name is Joshua Luna, and I'm normally joined by my co-host, Kanalu Kamai. Actually, if you're looking at the YouTube, the background behind me got the boy, Kanalu Kamai over here, Scotty Tuhati over here, and this Diet Bruno Mars head boy over here. That picture was taken like 2011. But anyway, it was at a friend's house, mutual friend's house. But anyway, my ADHD got me sidetracked for just a quick second. But I'm normally joined by my co-host Kainalu Kamai and Holokayuki Tovez. But if you are new here, we are separated by 6 hours. So it's always hard to get things scheduled since Kainalu's in Hawaii and Holo is in Georgia and I am in Vegas. So it's always a challenge trying to coordinate stuff, but it's all good, you know what I'm saying? And they've been basically my day ones, really. They've been a part of this musical odyssey that I've been on under the name of Mars Luna, the space alien singer, the cosmic Casanova, cosmic prince from the sixth dimension. And the ML Backstage podcast is essentially a behind the scenes look of all my songs and all my projects that I've been a part of, or music that I've done, you know what I'm saying, over the years. And it's just basically a behind the scenes look, and it kind of serves as a time capsule for all of the Cosmic Chronicles, Mars Luna music experience. So if you are new here, welcome. Glad to have you here. And before we start going over this month's topic, which is Mars Luna's latest single called With You. Basically, over the past month or so, Mars Luna has gone back outside. You know what I'm saying? Every Wednesday, he's been at this place called the Shag, which is basically like a lounge on an Austin Powers themed lounge in the Virgin Hotel and Casino, powered by Virgin Hotels. And basically, he's been playing original songs every week. And shout out to friend of the pod, Serge Jordan, for getting Mars Luna and myself back outside again. And basically the best performer of the week or whatever has like a free voucher from Virgin Hotels. So we got one of those. And they also, and a couple weeks ago, also had the opportunity to compete in a quarterly final to compete for a residency at the Shag Room, and did not get that, but it's all good. It's been fun, and just kind of getting the opportunity to perform songs that I normally wouldn't do, especially since the Shag Room has a backline, you know what I'm saying? And they got their own drum kit, they have their own keyboard and stuff. So that just made it cool, since it's hard for me to like bring my piano everywhere when I gig, or my keyboard everywhere when I gig. Um so that's been cool. And because of my my time at the Shag Room, it kind of led me to having an audition on Tuesday, actually. And we'll see how that goes. We'll see this if the Shag Room thing parlays itself into bigger opportunities down the line. But um, I honestly thought that, since this is Mars Luna's swan song year, his White Dwarf year, that we would just release the singles, release the album, and kind of just disappear and ride off into the sunset and back into the sixth dimension where Mars Luna belongs. But that wasn't the case, and I'm grateful that the end is not yet. You know what I'm saying? And I got to meet all these really wonderful and talented people, and it's been fun. But we'll see what happens down the line. Uh, anyway, before we actually start the breakdown of With You, um, this this episode and the ML Backstage podcast as a whole is unofficially sponsored by your if you Celsius. You know what I'm saying? Um, Energy drink. Today's flavor is mango passion fruit. Reminds me of the Drake song, and it promotes essential energy, accelerates metabolism, burns body fat. And to those who are new here, I normally have a very quick turnaround with these podcasts, and I normally edit them I as soon as I record them, really. So I today's Palm Sunday. I normally record these episodes in the middle of the month, just to get them out by the next week. And in order to pull an all-nighter, in order to pull quick editing time, this Celsius helps me with that. It keeps me awake. It's it provides a lot of stimulation. So, and also for every Mars Luna um, appearance at the Shag Room this week, he's usually chugged down a whole can of Celsius to kind of get him into gear and to get him in that mode. Um, so if you need a perk, if you need to pick me up, you know what I'm saying? Celsius is the thing for you. Um, it's got, there's no high fructose, oh, come on, no high fructose corn syrup. You know what I'm saying? It got some 7 essential vitamins. I highly recommend it if you need to pick me up. Celsius is your go-to. Celsius is my go-to. And you know what I'm saying? Cheers. Mm, flavor's very good. But anyway, let's get into uh I've been dilly-dallying long enough. Let's head into the latest Mars Luna single and the second single from Mars Luna's final Voyage album, With You. So, With You is oh, I gotta sneeze. One second, I gotta sneeze. Oh. Okay. Anyway, With You is basically a song about friendship, and specifically a song about your best friends. And this song is actually a really sentimental song to me because, I've been a loner pretty much all my life, and I only have like a small, select group of friends that I trust and that I can confide in, that I can be myself around, and this song kind of reminded me of that. And the one of the lines that really stuck out to me when I wrote this song was, "You made me feel like I belong. I was a loner. I'm so awkward, but yet you made me feel like I belong." And I feel like that's been the story of my life, because I'm kind of a weird dude, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really relate to a lot of people, but the people who get me have been with me for a really long time. And this song, like the sentimentality of it, made me emotional, because I spent the last couple days like talking to, or getting to see some friends that I haven't seen in quite some time, and that made me happy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm realizing that I'm good by myself, but I'm better with my friends, and I'm better with other people around me. And it kind of bleeds into the next topic of, the origins of With You. And With You was originally um, created as a part of a songwriting challenge that friend of the pod, Angelo Munji, hosted back in December 2018. And this song has been in the chamber for a while. I had the song stored for a while, and I didn't really get a chance to record it till a couple years ago in 2022. And a lot of these like Final Voyage songs are a couple years old, but I'm kind of gonna dive more into it when it's time to get into it. But anyway, basically with Angelo's songwriting challenge, he invited me and two of our other homies to his crib, and we had to um, pick a topic and some chord structures out of a hat that people sent him. And some of the topics were sensible, and some of them were outlandish, but I really got lucky with mine, because Best Friends was the one that I picked, and the chord structure that you hear on the song was a chord structure that Morgan Wright, another friend of the pod, sent Angelo. So shout out to the boys, man. They helped me. They kind of indirectly helped me write this song, and I had to write a song about best friends in an hour, and I got it done in about 20 minutes. So I had a lot of time to spare, and it was such a fun challenge, and it makes me want to do more stuff like that in the future, just to kind of test myself and to challenge myself. And I actually got to introduce With You for the first time in June 2024 at the Uncommons last year with Angelo and with Morgan, and that alone made it symbolic and really, really special. So like with Mars Luna, especially with the way things have gone over the past 9 years with him, the little things and the little wins matter a lot. And I don't perform a lot either, so doing that song with Angelo and Morgan and bringing that to light really, really made that song special for me. And since the song is about friendships and celebrating the power of friendship, I kind of want to talk about lifetime friendship versus seasonal friendships. And I guess my question to you is, what um what is seasonal friendships, and what do lifetime friendships look like. And I guess the first like sign of lifetime friendships are, the types of friends that grow with you over time, right? You kind of grow together. And that's been the case um with the boys right behind me here in the background if you're watching the YouTube channel. And they've been my friends since high school, and we've been friends for over a decade, and we've grown together. I've seen them change. I've seen them blossom into who they're meant to be, and they've seen me blossom into who I'm supposed to be. And we celebrate, you know, milestones together. We go through hard times together. Um, but you know who your lifetime friends are, um, if if they're there when you call them, you know what I'm saying? If they're there when you need them. And I think friendships are a really, in general, sentimental topic to me because I knew what it's like to have nobody in my corner. I knew what it's like growing up, feeling by myself and feeling alone. You know what I'm saying? And basically, um, just man, I'm just it just make me have an abundance of gratitude. And yeah, seasonal friendships, on the other hand, they're also valuable. You know what I'm saying? It's not a matter of which is better than the other, but there are people in your lives that are friends for a specific time period of your life. Like whether you become friends with your coworkers, for example, or um, people who are there for you when you live in a certain city together, but you move um, and then you kind of go your separate directions. I don't think there's anything bad about seasonal friendships. It's just a different kind of friendship than the ones that uh, that hold you down regardless of whatever season you're in. So I'd probably say that, I'm grateful that I've had lifetime friendships with the very few people that I've intentionally connected with in my life. And shout out to the seasonal friendships too, man, because um, your intuition will tell you um, how deep you want to be with a person, um, platonically, you know what I'm saying? Because sharing burdens, sharing wins, sharing dreams, um, trusting people with your secrets, that stuff's invaluable, you know what I'm saying? It and for someone like me who is naturally distrusting, it means a lot. So like if I share something with you that's really important to me, that means I really trust you. And I trust that you're not going to break that trust. You know what I'm saying? I trust that you're going to be loyal. I trust that you're going to be solid, that you're going to ride with me, and I'll ride with you in the process if you prove that you're riding with me too. You know what I'm saying? And we don't celebrate toxicity over here. You know what I'm saying? And I would transition that into the next question. And throughout every episode, we there's a question that um revolves around the episode's theme, or the the song's or album's main message or main point, and we try to center the episode around the main question, whether it's a philosophical question, whether it's a fun question, or whether it's a general question. Today's question is, I don't know, I guess it's a general question, but it can also be a philosophical question depending on your perspective on it as well. So, I guess my question to each and every one of you that's watching and listening is, what are your favorite qualities that you look for in a friend? I think for me, my favorite quality that I look for in a friend is someone or people that I can authentically be myself around, and in turn, people who provide a safe space to be the most authentic and truest version of myself. And usually, whenever I meet new people, I can usually sense their energy right away. I know that that word energy is used as such a mystical term these days, but it's still a very real thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm usually the type, when approaching new people, to kind of keep myself at a distance at first. I'm not necessarily the best first impressions person, because I need to kind of like, I'm a people observer or like people watcher. So I kind of just peep people's energy from afar or peep people's energies up close and just kind of see like, okay, can I rock with this person? Can I trust them? Can I, if I tell a joke, you know what I'm saying? Because I play too much. If can I tell this joke around this person, and will they feel comfortable around me? You know what I'm saying? And I've done a lot of shrinking down to make other people feel comfortable, um, especially in certain environments. But I'll probably say, yeah, like people who provide a safe space for for me to be the most authentic and rawest and truest versions of myself. That's probably the best, my favorite quality that I look for as a friend. And the thing is too, like being an adult is it's hard developing friendships as an adult, especially as we grow deeper into our careers and we have um, you know, wives, kids, families of our own, and our existing families that we go back to, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to cultivate the friendships that we have. And I was talking to another friend of the pod, Eli Milan, yesterday, and he basically said like it's hard for dudes to stay connected with one another. And I think part of it too is because, and he said, women are naturally better at this, which I agree with, because I think women in general are more social creatures, I guess. Like social in the sense of like they're more uh emotionally attuned to one another, you know what I'm saying? Whereas like guys just kick it. You know what I'm saying? Like, like we like looking at the background picture again, like play music with the boys, um or make music with the boys. or like there's a lot more buffoonery, you know what I'm saying? We kind of clown around a lot more. So it's a little bit harder to kind of like develop, I guess, emotional bonds as a dude. But I'm learning to be more emotionally intelligent and also emotionally available. So there's a lot more room there to grow, and I've tried ever since the song dropped, really, like I've tried to be more intentional with the friendships that I have in my life, and also providing space for new friends to enter into my life as well. And that was one of my primary New Year's resolutions this year, was to be more intentional with the relationships in my life, and especially friendships, because uh because you still I even though I'm a loner, I still need people around me to push me, to help me to grow, and to just be better, you know what I mean? And better as a person, better as a believer, better as a musician, better in my craft, um, better as far as like pursuing my passions and dreams and stuff. And just people, you still need people in your life to help push you to go in the right direction, and people who won't sabotage you. So that's kind of the spiel there. So reach this next segment the in the episode where I cover what's next for Mars Luna and what are the upcoming music updates that um that I got going on. And you know, personally, non-Mars Luna related stuff. This is Holy Week, so we're recording this on Palm Sunday. It's the it's April 13th today, and Easter's coming up. So I have I have a rehearsal on Thursday. Um, one final, because I had one last week Thursday, going over a song that I introduced today to my church, and I felt like that went over pretty well. Aside from the fact that I was kind of getting cooked towards the end, since I sang it like 4 times during rehearsal. But anyway, also from the Mars Luna front, Mars Luna will be back at the Shag room on Wednesday. Uh, but more importantly, uh, on Saturday night, on April 19th, Mars Luna will be singing the national anthem at the Las Vegas Lights game versus FC Tulsa at Cashman Field. The game starts at 7:30. I'm actually really excited about that. And this is the second national anthem of Mars Luna's career, Mars Luna's Odyssey. And I've known this since January. So um, Mars Luna sent an application last year. I don't remember when last year, but it was a long process, and I'm excited to watch some soccer, and get to sing the national anthem again, in front of some different people. And it's the Lights are Las Vegas's professional soccer team, so I'm really excited about it. And like I've said before, any of any moment, whether it's big or small, matters at this point for Mars Luna. And since everything is super sentimental now, like every win, whether it's big or small, matters. And again, I don't know what this national anthem will lead to, but the fact that I have it in the first place, or have the opportunity in the first place, is a win. And and, and I'm just grateful now that um this Mars Luna year, this Swan Song, White Dwarf, Final Voyage year, it wasn't the way that I anticipated. And I remember, I believe it, yeah, it was last month. I was on the way to see a movie screening, and I remember sitting down in my car, just saying like, if I don't perform again, if I don't, if I don't have an opportunity to see the boys again, to see Morgan, to see Angelo, to see or Ryan again, you know what I'm saying? And if I don't get to perform again, if I don't get to perform with them again, and then I'd be okay. And I was kind of in this creative rut for a while, and although it wasn't a bad thing deep down inside, I learned about that creativity is innate. It's a part of me, and I need to be creative in order to be a better person and in order to be the best version of myself. And I'm just grateful that I still have opportunities, and I'm grateful that the end is not now, and that there's still time to make the most out of this year. And um, I gotta go hard and then go home. You know what I'm saying? And there's talks with Mars Luna that things might change slightly, but for 2026, but that's still 8 months from now, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Thank you so much to everyone, to all of you who've watched and listened to the ML Backstage podcast. And thank you to everyone who watched or listened to this episode. Um, Feel free to subscribe to ML Backstage on YouTube and on Apple Podcast, and follow on Spotify podcast. You know what I'm saying? Um, and leave a review too. You know what I'm saying? This whole podcast thing, this whole time capsule thing with the ML Backstage was initially created out of frustration during my dark matter era, and I needed an outlet to be another outlet to be creative and express my thoughts a little bit more freely. And this platform gave me the opportunity to do that, and I'm really appreciative of it. And it'll be really cool if you click that subscribe button, if you follow on Spotify and Apple, you know what I'm saying, and peep the YouTube videos, you know what I'm saying. You can follow along YouTube at ML Backstage, Spotify at ML Backstage, Apple at ML Backstage, and every other podcast platform out there you can follow on. And you can also follow Mars Luna on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok at It's Mars Luna. You can subscribe to my website at itsmarsluna.com. I'll send out monthly newsletters regarding the present and the future of Mars Luna. And you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Luna B Joshua. Stay tuned for the next episode. I'm going to try my best to get a special guest on. And this next guest is probably going to be a challenge to get, but I'm going to do my best to get him on anyway. He's super busy, so we'll see what happens. If not, I can always adjust. But stay tuned for next month's episode. Looking to get a special guest on. And as always, like Mars Luna always says, embrace your odyssey and embrace the strange. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Well, it looks like it's a busy week and month for Joshua and myself. I guess I'll give him a pass for not having the boys, Ethan. But in all seriousness, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of the ML Backstage podcast. If you liked what you heard, follow us on Spotify and Anchor, and subscribe to us on Apple and YouTube at ML Backstage. You can follow me on Instagram, X, TikTok, and Facebook at It's Mars Luna. You can find all of my music on Spotify and Apple Music and on my website at itsmarsluna.com. Thank you for streaming with you. Next month, Joshua said he'll bring on a special guest, and hopefully he's able to deliver on that. But regardless, there will still be a new episode coming. Bye!